welcome to Japan and More, where we answer your questions about traveling Japan. Today's question is, should I get a pocket Wi-Fi in Japan?
And the answer is yes. This is our pocket Wi-Fi. Pocket Wi-Fi is so important for Japan that we actually bought our own.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about Wi-Fi availability in Japan. What is a pocket Wi-Fi, including internet speed, battery life, and number of devices, cost, and where to rent.
Okay, let's start with Wi-Fi availability in Japan. The first thing I want to mention is hotels. Hotels are going to be your best source of reliable Wi-Fi. The connectivity in the hotels is going to be the best, and pretty much every hotel in Japan has free Wi-Fi available for people who are staying in the hotel.
But once you leave the hotel, this is when things get a little bit spotty. The major sightseeing areas, the JR train stations, and even some JR trains do have Wi-Fi these days. But most of these areas require a registration. And there's not a universal registration. So that means that for each place that you're at, you need to fill out a separate registration form. And it's not really as simple as just putting in your name and email address and clicking the button. You not only have to put in your name and email address, but then you need to confirm it. You get an email sent to you and you have to confirm it. And this takes some time. And then a lot of times you're limited to only 1 hour of internet usage, and then you're booted off and you can register again or change locations.
And you can also connect at some cafes and Starbucks, but the same thing applies. You have to do the registration, and sometimes you get booted off and you got to connect again. It's really not very reliable. It's reliable enough, but it gets a little frustrating.
If you just want to do a couple of things on the internet, then it works.
Right.
But if you're trying to walk around town, walking down the streets and the alleys, and you're looking for a restaurant or somewhere that you want to go, you're not going to be able to use Google Maps.
Which brings me to walking around town. So what we have is we have T-Mobile, and with T-Mobile, we get free 2G while we're in Japan. And the speed of the 2G is not very fast. And so when we're walking around and I'm trying to access Google Maps, it just won't load. And that can get very frustrating, especially if you're trying to find, like Becky said, a restaurant or a place where you're going to go sightseeing, and the map just will not load. The frustration just piles up.
Yeah, and we've also had people on our tours that use the 2G network that was free with T-Mobile. And they also had a lot of frustration. They couldn't even use WhatsApp, or just trying to keep in touch with people was impossible with that slow of a speed.
Right. So what is a pocket Wi-Fi? Well, a pocket Wi-Fi is basically a portable router that uses a SIM card inside of it to connect to the internet. It's very fast. It's your personal hotspot that you can carry around with you. And it's great for accessing Google Maps. You can use it on trains, and you can use it pretty much everywhere in Japan that you want to connect to the internet. I leave mine on all the time, and I just connect freely, and it's as if I'm on my network back home. You don't have to worry about finding Wi-Fi areas and doing the long process of registering and having a limited amount of time that you're on it.
As for internet speed, most of the pocket Wi-Fi in Japan have very high internet speeds and unlimited data. So you can use it as much as you want all day long. The battery lasts pretty much all day. Most of the pocket Wi-Fi lasts from about 8 to 10 hours. So that'll be all day of your sightseeing. And then you can charge it at night. It usually takes about 3 hours to charge.
Okay, let's talk about number of devices. The great thing about having this pocket Wi-Fi is that it's basically a mobile router, and you can connect all your devices to it. If you're traveling with a family, it's great because you can connect up to 5 devices at one time. So you can connect your phone, your iPad, your computer, and just carry around with you, and everyone in the family can be connected and do everything that they need to do on the internet.
Okay, so next, let's talk about cost. You can rent the pocket Wi-Fi on a daily basis. And there's a lot of different companies that you can get them from online. They are about $10 a day on average. So a 1-week rental will be about $75 to $80. And a 2-week rental runs from about $100 to $150. Now, if you compare this to international roaming rates, it's actually quite inexpensive. For example, if you have AT&T or Verizon, they usually charge about $10 per day per phone for international roaming. If you are traveling for a week, then that's about $70 to $80, but that's only for one phone. And with the Pocket Wi-Fi, you can connect up to 5 devices. So that means if you're traveling with a partner or your family, then everybody can connect for that same price.
So where do you rent the Pocket Wi-Fi? Well, there are several websites online that you can rent a Pocket Wi-Fi from. And the key search that you want to do is Pocket Wi-Fi. And when you get to Japan, you can pick your Wi-Fi up at the airport. It's seamless, it's easy, and once you pick it up, you're ready to go and you're online.
And we do recommend that you reserve it in advance online because I've heard stories of people who have gotten to the airport and they have been sold out of the Pocket Wi-Fi. So it's best to reserve it in advance. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And tell us your questions about traveling Japan in the comments section below. We might answer it in the next episode.
And for more information about traveling Japan, please check out our website, japanandmore.com. Thanks for watching.